My name is Maggie Doherty, and welcome to the show. I'm joined here today by junior infielder for the Iona Gales softball team, Kaylin Fluke. Kaylin, thank you for being here.
Of course.
Kaylin, how early did you begin playing softball?
So I started playing softball when I was like 7 or 8. So it's been a long time. I'm 20 now, so
Oh,
long
wow.
time.
And what drew you to the sport?
Honestly, it's like a funny story because I did not want to play. I was playing soccer at the time, and my dad like kind of forced me into it. He like wanted me to play, and I was like dreading going to my first practice. And then like I got there and I'm like, okay, I kind of like it. And then ever since then, like I fell in love with it.
So you're grateful that your dad dragged you into it?
100%. And he's definitely been like my biggest supporter through my whole career too. So
That's really nice. And so you played throughout high school, and then what made you choose Iona?
yeah, I played throughout high school, and then I played on like a travel like club team. And I was looking for a school that had my major, journalism. And I also wanted, so like going into college, I wanted to go to a big school with like a big football team. Like I wanted the full like big school experience. And then um the coach at the time here like reached out to me, asked me to come on a visit, and I came and I just instantly fell in love with it. I loved how close it was to the city, and I liked like the homey feel of it. So it was nice that it was close to the city for like my major, and because there's more opportunities there, obviously. And just softball in general, the team was like so welcoming. So
And so you said you would have liked a bigger school. Does part of you ever regret not choosing like a bigger school?
no, not at all. Now that I'm at a smaller school, like I like love it. Like I can't imagine being somewhere where like I don't know everyone that I walk by every day.
And you also mentioned that you're a journalism major. So how do you balance your academic career with your athletic career?
There's definitely a learning curve towards it. Um, it's honestly not that hard until like when you find like a schedule. It's like practice is pretty much the same time every single day, and then you get into the group with your classes. So you find time. There's like definitely time for homework and stuff. You just have to like not sacrifice a lot of things, but there are like if your friends go out to eat one night and you're like, oh, I have to stay home and study, like just like stuff like that. But like it is doable. And like the only time it's really difficult is when we're traveling, because we miss like 2 days of classes, like 4 weeks in a row. So that like gets kind of difficult, but the professors are always so good about helping us out and like doing like quizzes and stuff on the road. So they're very helpful.
And I wanted to talk a little bit about the team this season now. So you guys played your fall games this year. Um, what did you learn from those fall games that you're ready to carry into this new season in the spring?
So this fall was completely different than the spring. We had a rough spring, just like on the field and off the field, but something like changed this fall. And it was kind of like we all came in with a new mentality. We had a new assistant coach. So it actually went really well. And we played probably better than we did in the spring. So I think going into like this year's spring, we're looking really good. We have a few injuries, but other than that, like I think it's going to be a really good year for us. I'm excited.
And so last year you said it was a little rough on and off the field. Could you go into a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so we just like something like wasn't clicking right really. We had like problems with like our old assistant coach, and then he ended up leaving, and going into Max, like everyone was just like drained and like in a really like bad headspace. There was like some like conflict with teammates. But we ended up like coming all together before we left for Max, and we like figured it all out, and we ended up actually doing like really well at Max. So I think like us just coming together and like talking everything out really like helped.
So you said there's some conflict off the field, but what about on the field? Where do you think the team most needed to improve coming into this new season?
I think honestly our attitudes. I think towards the end we were kind of like, I want to be done, like we're kind of over this, like because we were very up and down playing wise. Like we would do really good one weekend, really bad another. So I think all of us were kind of like drained. But like I think coming into the fall, we were kind of just like we have only a few years left of playing the sport that we played like basically our entire life. So why are we going to waste it like with bad attitudes and stuff? So we just kind of came all together and came in with a different attitude this year.
And what about you personally? Where do you think you most need to improve?
Um, I would say just like being able to like um pick up my team like when we're down, because I feel like sometimes when we get down we need like that one person to kind of like step up and be like, okay, let's get this together, like, and then like perform it too. So I feel like I need to be better in those like pressure situations.
All right, well, Kaylin, thank you for joining me here today.
Of course.